All right, guys, so as you see, you haven't seen me in a little bit, but hey, that's going to change. This is Lauwerz. Yeah, as you guys know, this channel is about mindset, mastery, and marriage, and I wanted to check in with you guys today. I had a chance to speak to someone, I'm a chance to be part of a community that, with someone that's really crushing it in the workout game, in the workout space. And something came to mind from one of the conversations we just had, and I wanted to chime in here about it. Because I'm here to deliver you mindset, mastery, and marriage information. And again, the whole goal of my channel, as you guys already know, if you guys haven't liked, comment, and subscribed yet, the whole goal of this channel is for you guys to learn how to grow in those three areas: mindset, mastery, and marriage. Because I'm working my hardest to be the best I can be in my mindset, the best at mastering myself, and the best husband I could be. It's not easy. None of those things are easy. And part of that is being a father and all types of things too, right? Entrepreneurial and the corporate space, all that. But one thing I wanted to say to you guys and really emphasize was a conversation I had on a call the other day. And the conversation was around, being honest with yourself and the people around you, asking those hard questions. And let me tell you why. For me, I'm a big believer that no matter how hard a question is, you should be able to ask it. And if you can't ask that question, and you should be able to ask it, but also understand that people do have boundaries and they can choose not to answer your question. But here's the thing. If you've got people you love in your life, people that you're around that you love and that love you, if you really want to go to the next level, you have to be able to ask those hard questions to people. Ask the hard questions that many people aren't able to ask, right? And it's with the closest people to you. The closer someone is to you, the more likely, the closer someone is to you, the more incentive you have to ask the hard questions. I'm telling you, because if you don't ask a hard question, guess what? Life is going to hit that person hard. Life is the test. And that's the biggest thing I want to say to you guys today. Asking those hard questions, because if you don't ask hard questions, the test of life is going to get to people, and it's going to allow people to not be able to make or take advantages in their life and move forward in life and be able to really thrive, because other people in this world are not going to lower the bar. The world will never lower the bar. It's not going to lower the bar for you. Being around victim-minded people that want to lower a bar or lower the bar for people that they love is not really love. I know for me, with my wife, my kids, everyone that's around me, the people I'm closest to, I want them to always be able to be honest with me, always. And if I'm asking those hard questions, about someone else's goals, what they're doing, how they staying accountable to something maybe that they committed to, how can I help them? If I'm asking those questions, how am I able to get those people to where they want to be and help them get there? How am I able to be the best guidance I could be, or be the best person, the best friend, or the best master in that mindset? How can I do that? It's almost impossible, right? And because what I've realized is if you don't ask people hard questions or don't say the hard things to people you love, then guess what? Life is going to hit them and things are going to be hard in life. And they're going to wonder, someone around them is going to wonder, okay, why did someone never tell you this? Why didn't someone tell you this? Why didn't someone talk to you about this and help you understand that, hey, if you're someone that never cleans up behind yourself, right? Or never never understands how to address people properly and have respectable, objective conversations, then guess what? When you're going for that job, when you're going for that interview, when you're going for that specific interaction, you're not going to be able to handle that. And it's going to hit you so hard, you're going to think, man, the world isn't made for me to thrive. The world hasn't been made for me to be successful. When really the people you're closest to haven't asked you the hard questions. Because guess what? When you meet and talk to random people out there in this world, they're not going to ask you the hard questions. They have no incentive. There's no incentive for them to ask you the hard questions, to do the small things that are difficult. Zero incentive for them to do that. Because guess what? For them, they're worried about their family and the things in their life that's most important. And a lot of times, you're not going to be part of those plans. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. Doesn't mean that they don't care for you. Is that we all have things that we're dealing with in our lives. We all have hard things we're dealing with. So we need to make sure that the people that are closest to us are helping us address the things we need to address. Because if we don't, guess what? It's gonna be a really, really hard life. It's not gonna be easy. And then guess what? You're gonna be stuck thinking to yourself, man, I wish someone would have told me and been honest with me. For me, the number one thing that my biggest fear, well, a lot of people that know me personally know one of my biggest fears is my kids not being able to talk to me, my wife not being able to talk to me. But a big fear too is someone not being able to be honest with me, right? If you get around people and they're not able to be honest with you, you're in a world of trouble. You're in a world of trouble. I just came out of the gym And I've got to be honest with myself. I've been eating terribly. I've been putting myself in a position that doesn't favor my body, man. And the one thing I love about going to the gym, the feeling you feel, the progress you make, you know, afterwards, making sure you don't eat certain things that are going to set you back. Those type of feelings, man, they are a dream to keep you accountable. Because sometimes when you go to the gym for the first time, you might feel like throwing up. You might feel like, oh, I can't do this, right? And guess what? When you're being honest with yourself, you say to yourself, you know what? I'm not about to eat some of the stuff I was eating before this. This is going to be the day I make the change, because this sucks to feel this way. I want to go in there like everyone else that's going in there and just crushing it. I want to go in there and just crush it. Like, not have any doubts that I've got it going on for myself, right? Not have any doubts that I'm building a legacy for my future family, or your family, currently your future family, because your body is your temple. So if you're not being honest with yourself, like I just did, guess what? You need people around you that can be honest with you. And the best way is to make sure you're honest with those people too, all right? So look, what I want to leave you off with here, as this, you know, for me, I've hesitated to post certain videos in here or drop certain mindset or have certain conversations because I've been thinking too deep into it. But hey, you guys know my channel is about mindset, mastery, and marriage, man. If I have a thought and I want to drop it, guess what? I'm going to drop it with you guys. I'm going to have a conversation and throw it out there. But I really would love to know what you guys think. And again, if you guys haven't commented, if you can like the video, I would love for this video to get to at least 100 likes. That would be phenomenal. If you guys can like the video or drop your thoughts below. What's a way that you felt uncomfortable in being honest with someone? What's a way, do you feel like people have the chance to be fully honest with you and have those, and ask you, hey, John, it seems as though you're getting to a place where you're not taking care of your health. You know, what would you say has been a challenge for you right now? Is there any way I can help you, right? An honest question. Hey, it seems like you haven't been able to take care of your health. What are your thoughts about that? People need that around them, and then if someone can't answer that question, maybe there's a past, maybe there's something that you have to deal with because you maybe haven't been, haven't built that much trust with that person to ask that question. That's totally fine. But now you at least know where you stand, and you're moving forward, you could try to ask those difficult questions. But you want to be able to ask hard questions, man. Because I said it on the call too that we had the other day in the fitness community I'm part of now, that I'm thankful to be part of. Much shout out to the leader of the group. One thing I notice right now is, one thing I say to myself all the time is, many people ask themselves, hey, am I able to have this tough conversation with this person I'm close to in my life? Am I able to have this tough conversation? But really and truly, the question they really should be asking themselves is, first, there's two questions, should I say. Does something need to be done? If you look at your friend of yours, they're not being accountable to something, or there's something that they haven't, attended to in their life, and you're close to them, and you know what, they care about it, but they're not being honest with themselves, or you just know that you want to look out for your friend. The number one question you ask yourself is, man, does something need to be said? Does something need to be done? Once you've asked that question first, then you have to find out, okay, how can I get that message to the person? Do I have to text them? Do I have to find the time to sit down and talk? Do I have to talk to a family member of theirs that they are comfortable with me talking deeper things with? Do I have to send them a certain video that maybe talks about the mindset? You have to figure out from there what it is exactly you're going to use to get that message to the person. But you should never be asking yourself, firstly, oh man, I don't know if I'm able to do that. I don't know if I'm able to deliver the message. You first have to ask yourself, you know what? Is this message number one? Does this message need to be delivered to this person? Do they need to hear the truth? And if that's the answer, yes. If the answer is yes, then guess what? You have to have a game plan on how to get the truth to them. Because we all know the people around us and how they receive things in general. We know what they're more pleasant with or what that really bothers them. We know those areas. We know those things. But if you're not having those tough conversations, if you're not asking those tough questions, those people are not going to be able to get better, and then later on they're going to be upset. The same, you might say to the person, I don't want to make them upset. Well, guess what? That same person will be upset because life hit them way harder than it was supposed to. And yes, you could say, I'm not their parent though. No, you're not their parent, but we're not all perfect. Sometimes we need someone that isn't our parent, someone that we love, to step in and ask us a hard question. So you could have just said, you know what, man, maybe I need to get someone else involved in this conversation for us to move forward. You could have said something like that. But no, instead you chose to not say anything. And then guess what? Life hit that person and they came back to you. They found out that you knew better in that moment. And they say, man, I can't believe you knew something, you didn't say that to me. while you were wondering that if you said something, they would take it personal and they wouldn't like you. Well, that wasn't the case. As a matter of fact, that person actually wanted you to be honest, wanted you to tell the truth. That's what they needed. All right. So anyway, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Send this video too to someone else that you feel like this would be impactful for them. There's going to be some areas in people's lives that, you know, I may not have used an example that pertains to the person you love or care about, but guess what? There is someone in your life that needs to hear the truth, that needs to understand why you need to tell them the truth, or that needs to understand that you now understand why they said that hard truth to you. Send this video to them, because I promise you, they're going to be very, very thankful that you realize that they weren't a bad person. You just had maybe bad information, or you didn't have the information that could help you be better. But anyway, guys, I'm excited. Just so you guys know, whether now you're watching the video, I know when you're watching this video, you should be able to check the description, if not now, in the future, of my community that I am building around mindset mastery and marriage, to really deliver some great content to you guys, have conversations, be able to chat with me a little bit closer, ask questions. And for some of you that don't know, okay, why would I listen to this guy? Well, I've been with my wife 15 years, been married 10 years. I've got 2 kids, and, you know, been able to, you know, grow as a father. I've been able to run some businesses. My wife and I have been able to do some exceptional things. So through that, we've got great experiences. None of us are perfect, but guess what? I know that we might have great information for you, you know, as I lead the platform myself. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm excited to upload the video and not think too much about all the edits and all that type of stuff. It don't matter. We got to get something out there, have conversations so people can appreciate. Anyway, look forward to talking to you guys.